What would happen if you were browsing through a box with pieces of old manuscripts and you found a piece of paper with these letters written on it? I mean, let's assume this piece of paper is very old, very damaged, and gives you hardly any clue what's actually written on it. Well, we have the word Jew here, which is quite distinctive, and there is the verb to show, but that's not much to go on. Does the other side of the paper offer any assistance? Well, this might be the phrase, purpose I was born. We seem to have here the end of the word world. Could it perhaps be from the New Testament? And indeed, after some searching, comparing and browsing, you come to the Gospel of John and chapter 18, and suddenly all the letters fall into place. You have a perfectly readable text here. And the same is true for the other side of the paper. The text runs as smooth as you can imagine. We have here a manuscript from John 18. Something like this happened to a certain scholar back in the 1930s, when he was sorting out a box with papyrus manuscripts with Greek texts. On one of these fragments he found the Greek equivalent to the English letters and words of John 18. On the basis of the handwriting, this fragment was dated to the first half of the 2nd century, and despite the discovery of other old papyrus fragments of the New Testament, this manuscript is still the oldest we know of. The text of this copy of John describes how Jesus accuses one to have him crucified by the Romans, and the last letters on the front of this fragment come from Pilate's question to Jesus, "Are you the king of the Jews?" Then there is some text missing further down the page, but the back of our fragment continues the story with Jesus' answer to Pilate. He explains why he came into the world. For this purpose I was born. Why did Jesus come? To bear witness to the truth. Everyone who is of the truth listens to my voice. Jesus puts a question to Pilate. Are you of the truth or not? Do you listen to my voice or not? But Pilate doesn't answer. He doesn't get any further than trying to avoid listening to the voice of truth. All he can say is, "What is truth?" Pilate goes back outside, and the last letters on our little fragment come from the Greek word for no. Pilate finds no guilt in Jesus. Isn't it remarkable how Pilate says a true thing about Jesus? How he finds no guilt in him and still seems unable to listen to Jesus' voice. And here the text of our manuscript breaks off. The story of Jesus continues. In the part that is missing from this manuscript, but present in many others, we read how Jesus was flogged, beaten, nailed on the cross and died, but rose on the 3rd day. And his followers preached the good news, and thousands believed it. And many people copied the Gospels that contained the teaching of Jesus and produced thousands of manuscripts over time. Most of the very early manuscripts have perished over the ages, but some of the very early ones survived, and this fragment is the oldest one known so far.